like the ones who are going to move on and stay at the elite levels are the ones who are customizing, the ones who are making sure that they're doing the right things for them. And they're not just checking the box. They're not just going through the motions with training. They're really and truly trying to get the most out of every single session that they do. That's like, I could not have put that better if I tried.
I got a message for them. Hey, if you're going to spend that, you want to ask yourself the simple question: do you want to be the best? And if you do want to be the best, there's going to be some things that you don't like to do. It sucks, it's boring, or it's not up your alley. Learn to fall in love with the things that you don't like and that you're not good at. If you do that, then you're going to become an unbelievable goaltender. Get that stuff out of the way, get it so that you can go touch on it and always keep it super sharp and sharpen your axe. But if you think that you're going to get away with just doing the things you love to do, you're not going to get there. It's just not going to happen. You got to make sure you fall in love with it.
And on that note, actually, so that is something, again, that like I always try to preach with athletes is like those little things, like the one that, we see all the time in strength and conditioning is athletes wanting to just rush through the warm up to get to the workout. And I keep trying to enforce that it's like, hey, the warm up is part of the workout. Like this isn't just, something you have to do before. It's like, no, from the second you walk in, everything down in that program is part of the workout. And that includes the dynamic stretching at the start. That includes, those drills that are getting you ready for your session. That's all part of it.
You're exactly right. You look at things like the warm up. It is absolutely a part of the process. If you don't warm up properly, you don't train to the best of your ability during a warm up. It's really funny. In Europe, that's all a part of that process. In North America, that changes. You come out of the car, you get dressed, you go onto the ice, you take some shots. In Europe, they arrive to the rink, they do a dynamic warm-up. Then from their dynamic warm-up, they go into ball work. And then from their ball work, they go into stretching and flexibility. And then from that stretching and flexibility, they go on the ice and train. And then from there, they do a dynamic cool down. Okay, that is their practice. It's 4 hours long, right? It's 4 hours. It's not like arrive to the rink 10 minutes before you're on the ice, get changed, go on the ice, and then leave, and then you're fine. And this is where I think a lot of personal trainers or I don't know if you want to call them fuel specialists or whatever you want to call them, but guys like yourself who are training guys to really play like a Ferrari and not a Lada, you have to be in a position where you're firing on all cylinders, and the dynamic warm up is absolutely critical. If you warm up poorly and you injure yourself in your main workout, you've opened the door, okay, to an opportunity for someone to steal your job. And it's as simple as that. I mean, do you like being on the bench watching someone else win the Stanley Cup? Do you like being on the bench, where you should have been pitching in that game and watching somebody else throw the ball that you should have been throwing? Like, hey, it's all great. You're immortalized in the sport. People might not remember if you played or not, but And
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make it less special. It just makes it, God, I wish I was more involved. And the only way to do that, it's in your control.
It's in those little things. It's in those little things that you don't necessarily want to do. I love that. And I want to make sure I said it again, though. If you don't warm up properly and you hurt yourself during the main portion of your workout, you're opening up an opportunity for somebody to steal your job. Yeah. And I think that's like, I always talk to athletes about the importance of the warm up, making sure you're properly prepared for the session, making sure that you're getting, the heart rate up, you're getting the blood pumping through the body, like everything getting you actually ready to train properly. But I mean, right there, that's applying it to them, right? Now You're not just saying, oh, it's important because it makes you feel good. You're saying, hey, it's important because if you don't, you're opening up a possibility for someone to steal your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Now all of a sudden it's more urgent, right? I love that.